You want to speak?
Hi, everybody. It's Eliahu Goodman in Santa Cruz. My wife is Michelle Hodon Newman. And ever since Michelle was a little girl, she's always wanted to feed people. When she was about 7 years old, she had gone to a restaurant with her father, and she couldn't eat her whole sandwich, so she took half of it to go home. And when she got outside the restaurant, there was a homeless man sitting on the curb, and she rushed over to him and she unwrapped the sandwich and gave it to him. And he was very grateful, and her father was taken aback, and he said, "Come over here right away. Don't be feeding people like that, and don't talk with him." And she said, "Well, what do you mean? He's hungry, and I had food, and I wanted to feed him, and he needed the food." And so she's been doing that all her life. And since the 1970s, when I worked, when I was a brother in the Holy Order of Mans, I worked in shelters that the order had for men, and also shelters for women, children, and single women. And so service has been a part of our life. And for 12 years now, I've been volunteering at California Gray Bears, the food program for homeless and for seniors. And it's just our joy every Friday to bring food that we get there to people, homeless people who are in such need. And sometimes it's, literally thousands of dollars on a Friday. And it's just such a blessing.
Thousands of dollars of food.
Of food.
Thousands of dollars of food.
And it's such a blessing to be able to do that. So let's all look for other ways of senseless love that we can do more and more, right?
We literally just load the car with food and then drive down to where all the tents are, pull up our car and start pulling out the food and handing it out.
And sometimes I've been able to arrange a panel truck from the shelter.
You guys are amazing.
Oh.
That's a beautiful story. And wow, and an inspiration. And the Jewish Renewal Community, Chadesh Yameinu in Santa Cruz, right? All of you sort of support each other in doing that kind of work. And it's not quite the same up here in Half Moon Bay, but you guys really have it together, and you are an inspiration. So thank you.
Thank you, Arya. Lots of love. Happy, happy birthday.
We're so happy to be with you for your special day.
And we're celebrating with one of your favorite things, Arya, dark chocolate.
Oh, dark
Fair
chocolate.
traded, of course.
Of course, dark chocolate and tea. Another tea lover. Eliahu and I compare notes on our Pu'er tea collections. I got some great ones, and we got to talk sometime.
Soon.
I'm having my chocolate chunk cookie. Anybody else want to share something you noticed or learned in your breakout room, or just in general?
Yeah, Moshe.
Rachel?
I would. This is Rachel.
Rachel meet us.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi. I don't know if I learned this in the breakout room, but I've learned this in life in the last few years, which is that the more I give, the more I get back. And that also includes money. So I encouraged donating cash, and I encouraged donating time. And once COVID hit, I started doing a once and now twice weekly free Zoom energy and sound healing. And people tell me they get a lot out of it, but I kind of think I get more out of it than they get out of it. So Steve's going to put my email in the chat. You're all welcome to come. It's Mondays at 7 and Thursdays at 6. And when people ask me if they can give me money, I tell them to give the money to their local food bank. Because I'm not hungry, but there's a lot of hunger out there.
Thank you, Rachel.
And thank you for doing this, because it's so heartwarming. Thank you.
Oh.
Should we do the birthday song, or just,
What?
should we do the birthday song?
You want to bring your guitar?
Sure.
What I learned, Arya, was that every time I meet anybody through you, I love them.
Any what?
What I learned from our breakout room was that anytime I meet anybody through you and Wendy, every time I meet anybody through you, I love them. They're always wonderful people.
Wow. Imagine if we could all be on that level to love whoever each other meets. Sally, you're looking like you want to speak.
Yeah,
Had his hand up for a long time too.
what I learned in this very moment was that we don't know when the opportunity for causeless love or senseless love is going to jump right into our face, where something happens that's unexpected. And usually it takes us by surprise. Often these occasions of opportunity come our way, and we have this choice of doing what we're supposed to do, or hanging for, moving forward with the expected plan, or noticing, oh, where does love come in here? How does that work in this moment? So I just think this is a splendid idea, Aryeh, to have us all focus on this incredible idea called causeless or senseless love. So thank you, and I'm so glad your name rhymes with birthday. The people
Yay, birthday.
in
Okay.
Cameroon just love that. So happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Sally. Sally, for those of you who don't know her, when she talks about causeless love, she's been working with the URI, which works with interfaith groups all around the world, and she's been doing it for years and years. So having you here with us with your kind of depth and perspective is a special gift. Somebody has pointed out to me before we sing that Rabbi Moshe Levin has been wanting to speak.
It's a different Moshe.
Moshe Hein?
Yeah, I'll unmute myself. Oh, I'm unmuted.
Moshe.
At a certain point, I looked down and there it is. Oh, chat. I saw that there were 11 chats. So I thought, oh, this is a time for me to speak because I'm 11. I was born 11. I'm 11 now, and I'm going to be 11 for the rest of my life. But age is age is an important factor in the celebration of somebody's birthday. And I'm thinking of Aryeh. Aryeh's birthday today, if I'm not mistaken, born 1943, makes you 77. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Well, we all know how sacred a number 77 is. So I want to give you a bracha in the form of some humor about someone else who had reached the age of 77, whose name was Aryeh Michael Yecheskel Yirmiyahu HaKohen. He had 4 names because he was a Yemenite. And Yemenite people are known for many things, their connection to the Bible, their names, etc., and also for living long. Well, the story is told of Aryeh Yecheskel Yirmiyahu, who lived in Israel, had many children, and he reached the age of 77, and someone said, with the responsibility you have for all these children, you really should have life insurance. What's life insurance? They explained to him what life, you go, they buy a policy, and then when you die, there's some money there to take care of your children. So he went to apply to Hasneh, which was Israel's most famous life insurance company. And he said, I came to apply. And they said, well, I'm sorry, how old are you? 77. Oh, you're too old. The insurance company is not going to be interested. So what do you mean I'm too old? My father, man, he lived till 100. Your father is alive? Yes, of course. How old is he? He's now 126. Your father is 126? Can you come back on Monday? I will have a doctor here to give you an exam because the insurance company may be willing to accept you. He said, I can come, but I cannot come on Monday. Why not? My grandfather is getting married. Your grandfather is getting married? How old is your grandfather? Hey, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's 158, 159, etc. Your grandfather is getting married at the age of 158? He said, well, I'll tell you the truth, Mr. Doctor. He doesn't want to get married, but his parents are pushing him. So Aryeh, I wish you the blessings of long life. That 77 is made up of two sacred numbers which approach infinity. They're the Yovel, they're the Shemitah, they are the most sacred of all of our days. They are a time that let people go free from any kind of enslavement. May you be blessed till 126, 158, 192. May you go on and on and on and keep doing the things you're doing. I love you. We all love you. I'm very glad to have been here. Yom Holedet Sameach. L'chaim.
Thank you, Reb Moshe. L'chaim to you. I'm not sure if I want to be 158, but if I could live every day long, then I'll be happy.
Okay, good.
Yishmei hashamayim ala haaretz. If I can live kimei hashamayim ala haaretz, if every day could be heaven on earth, I will accept your bracha. L'chaim.
Yeah, l'chaim.
Okay. What? Wendy's pointing. What are you pointing? Pankaj wants to speak.
Can,
You want to
can I
speak,
just
Pankaj?
butt in here for a moment? I'm terribly sorry, but I wanted to say goodbye and happy birthday and many blessings, Aryeh, Wendy. It's good to see you. It's wonderful that you had all these wonderful people. It's great to see you all. I have another Zoom birthday party I have to go to.
Well, be that way, Sky. Thank you for joining.